and power. So this electric energy and power. Here power means electric power only. In previous chapter we have done work power energy. That power we call mechanical power, power of any machine. Here power we discuss power of electrical appliance. So there is slight difference in this power and mechanical power. Okay, so what is electric energy, or how much energy will be consumed? How much energy is supplied by the source? These all we will discuss here. Suppose current is passed through any appliance or through any conductor or through any resistance. So this is point A, this is point B. Current I is passed through this, and R is the resistance. So in this case, the source is there, which is giving current, or the current is drawn from the source. So what will be the work done by the source in moving or in flowing this charge? That much energy will be dissipated here, or that much work will be done by the source in moving current here only, in flowing charge here only, in this part only. So what is the definition of this potential difference? We have defined potential difference. So potential difference is V, which is suppose okay, VA minus VB we say. How we define? It is the work done by source in moving unit positive charge from A to B. That is the, so this is work done by source in moving unit charge or unit positive charge, because direction we have fixed, unit positive charge from A to B. This way we can find work potential difference. That is the definition. So if we know the potential difference, we can find the work done. So what will be the work done by the source? That means suppose it is work done from A to B. This is by source per unit charge. That is the potential difference, VA minus VB. So this is V, which is VA minus VB, can be like this. So indirectly what will be, if we are interested to find work done by source, then this charge into potential difference.
Sir, slightly can you turn the camera right?
But in the screen it is full is coming. What is your problem? Right?
Right, sir, right.
Like this.
Yes, sir.
Or okay. So this is, so if we are interested to find work done by source in moving unit charge from A to B, that is potential difference. Work done by source in moving charge Q from A to B, that will be charge into potential difference. So according to this definition, we can find work done by source in moving plus Q charge from A to B. So this is W from A to B. We are writing that is charge into potential difference, VA minus VB. This is work done by source. That means this much work will be gained here. Or if work done by appliance is said, that is negative of this work. Work done by external agent, negative this one. But generally work done by source only. So we are interested in this only. So whatever work is done, that is the energy dissipated here. Whatever source is, suppose you are throwing the ball on the wall. So whatever energy of the ball is lost, that is the work done by the ball when it is in contact of the wall, in that part only. So similarly here, whatever work is done by the source, that is we call energy dissipated here. Energy dissipated by the source or energy gained by this appliance. Here this much energy is gained by this appliance. Now this work done can be, so it is suppose Q into V, where V is what? VA minus VB, that is potential difference between A and B. Now if current I is passed, then what is the relation between I and Q? This I is Q over T. Whatever, suppose the charge Q is flowing in time T time interval T, then this Q will be I into T. So in place of Q we can write I into T. So it will become VIT. In place of V we can write I into R. So it can be written I into T and here is I into R. According to Ohm's law, V is IR. So it is QV, VIT or I square RT. Now sometimes I will not be given, V and R will be given. Then we can change I in terms of V and R. So work done by source or energy supplied by source or energy dissipated in the appliance. All three meaning is same. Work done by source in moving charge from here to here, or whatever energy is dissipated in the load or in the resistance. So same formula like this one.
Sir. Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Only will we have to apply this in our numericals or derivation will also come?
Derivation will not be coming, only numerical. Only numerical will be based on this one. So work done by source or energy dissipated, that is electric energy of course. Here we are talking about electric energy only. in the load. This is Q into V, or it may be VIT, or we are getting it is I square RT. Or in place of I, we can write this I is V over R. So if you are writing this V over R whole square into R, so it can be V square over R into T. So this is the formula of work or energy, whatever it is, work done by source or energy dissipated by load or in the load, whatever is asked, this is the formula. So anything can be given, either this will be given or these things will be given. We can apply the formula accordingly. Now, if electrical appliance is ideal, here the appliance what we are using here, that is the purpose. This resistance purposely we have applied. No, for example, suppose we have connected a bulb. Here is a source. We have connected a bulb. So what is our purpose? Whatever electric energy is dissipated here, it must be converted into light. So if this appliance is ideal, if efficiency is not given in the numerical, we will consider ideal appliance. Then whatever energy is dissipated, same energy will be transformed into some other form. If it is converting only in light, so this much amount of light will be produced. If we are considering a heater, whatever energy is absorbed, electric energy is absorbed by this, that whole will be converted into heating or heat. If the appliance is ideal, then only. If efficiency is given, then suppose 80% is efficiency of the appliance is 80%. What does it mean? It will consume how much energy?
80%.
This one, no. Energy consumption is this much only. If you are using the bulb, electric energy consumed is this much. If efficiency of bulb is 30%, what does it mean? 30% of this energy will be converted into light. 70% other form. Energy consumption is not changing. Electrical appliance, how much energy is consumed by that electrical appliance, that is the formula, this one. Now, how much energy is transformed into other forms, suppose for heater. A heater is 80% efficient. What does it mean? 80% of this energy, consumed energy this much only. 80% of this will be converted into heat energy. So, if you are asked how much heat is produced by the heater, then only we will say 80% of this much, if 80% efficiency is there. If efficiency is not given, then whatever energy is consumed, the total is converted into useful form. So if source is ideal, appliance, not source. If electrical appliance is ideal, or for ideal electrical appliance, you can say, for an ideal electrical appliance, what will be energy produced by appliance useful for will be equal to energy consumed by it. That is Q into V or VIT or I square RT It is for electrical heater, if efficiency is not given, then heat produced will be also the same, this much only. That heat is suppose given to water to heat to increase the temperature, then heat supplied will be this much, and how much rise in temperature of water is given, suppose ms delta theta we can use there. Or if this heat is used to melt ice, then heat absorbed will be, heat supplied will be this much, and from that side we will apply the calorimetry formula, that is amount of heat required to melt ice, mass into specific latent heat of fusion. So this way the two are connected, calorimetry and this is connected. Sometimes numerical is asked, in which this one will be also used and formula of calorimetry will also be used. So especially for heating appliance, what will be heat produced will be this much only. For ideal heating appliance. That is heater, suppose. This H will be heat produced will also be same. Q into V, VIT or whatever formula you are saying, I square RT or V square over R into T. If efficiency of heater or bulb or any appliance, whatever it is, or any appliance is eta, efficiency maybe in percentage or maybe in fraction, then what will be useful energy produced by appliance will become eta times that one. VIT or I square RT or V square over R into T, whatever it is, or Q into V. So energy consumed is not going to change.
Sir, camera
While solving numerical, always there is confusion. Yes, what a question?
I think camera, sir, the first line I cannot see.
More, sir.
Huh? More. First line is that one only. Heading is there.
Yes.
So these things you have to keep in mind while solving the numerical. Efficiency of appliance is given. That means it is not the energy consumption will not change. According to its efficiency, how much useful energy it is forming, that will change. How much energy is consumed, that will depend on potential difference and the resistance of the appliance and the time, or current passing through the appliance, resistance and time. Now, based on this formula only, the Joule's law is given, especially Joule's law is not mentioned in our syllabus, but to solve the numerical, same thing is there. So, just we Joule's law for heating appliance. So, this is based on the formula, and this H is I square RT. Based on this only, Joule gave the law. According to efficiency, this one, whatever percentage will be there, but this is directly proportional to I square. If you change I, naturally heat produced will be more. If you change resistance, more heat will be produced. If you increase the time, then also heat produced will be more. So basically, based on this formula only, Joule gave three laws. This H is directly proportional to I square, provided R and T are constant. That is, if same current is passed, if there is no change in the resistance and time, we are changing the current only through the heater, then how much heat will be produced, that will depend on the current. If current is doubled, the heat produced will be also doubled. So, from here we are getting this H1 by H2 will be I1 by I2 whole square, provided R and T are constant. So as a law, you will not be asked. State Joule's law will not be asked. What is the meaning? Suppose you are given a heater is there. First it is 1 ampere current is passed, and then 5 ampere current is passed. You may be asked, compare the heat produced in both the cases. That is, this way you can find. There is no change in R and T, then it will be same like this. Second thing will be, this H is directly proportional to R. If I and T are same. That is, now same current is passed. And we are changing the resistance, that is, we are using different heater. Maybe one heater which has got 10 ohm resistance, other heater we are taking which has got 5 ohm resistance. Then in that case, if same current is passed, then the heater which has got more resistance will produce more heat. So from here we are getting H1 by H2 will be how much? R1 by R2. If I and T are constant. And third is of course time. So if I and R are constant, then it will depend on time only. And if you are passing current for 30 minutes or you are passing current for 2 hours, the heat produced will be different. This is about energy supplied by the source or energy dissipated in the load or energy, useful energy produced by the appliance. If the appliance is ideal, that is 100% efficient, whatever energy is consumed, same will be energy produced also in the useful form. Practically, it will never happen. The energy consumed by the pump, suppose you are taking a pump, whatever electric energy is consumed, all are not used to lift water. Some part of that work is, or energy is used to lift water, some is, the sound is there, friction is there, some other forms are also produced. So whatever appliance we are using, practically always there will be some loss in energy. Loss in the sense it is converted into some other form which we are not using at that instant. Now the power of an electrical appliance. Is the
Time up, sir.
okay, time up, and next we shall start.
Thank you, sir.
Power we will say next. Wait for the attendance. Today only 28, 38 or 37 are present.